And to wrap up, we're joined by head coach Hines. Just give us your initial thoughts following tonight's match.
Obviously disappointed with the result. It's come down to two set pieces, of course, a corner. We take a lot of pride in defending corners, and then a penalty.
Simone Jackson made her debut tonight. Can you just speak on what you've seen from her, in preseason to now, and just how proud you are to give her first professional debut?
Yeah, I mean, she came in for preseason and then went back to graduate from college, and then when she graduated, she came back to our environment, and she started where she left off in preseason. We've been extremely pleased with her. Since she's come back, dynamic player, a confident player, wants to take players on, and isn't afraid to shoot. So proud moment for her and her family to get that first professional appearance, and hopefully we can get many more.
We'll go to the Zoom and go to Austin David.
Seb, earlier in the week, we talked about racing Louisville and the press that they employed against Kansas City. What did you kind of see tonight in terms of the way the team handled it? Obviously, it was very frenetic and caused a lot of turnovers from your perspective, but just, preparing for it and dealing with it, how did you kind of, bridge the two, I guess?
I think there was some really great moments in the first half. I thought there was some good passages of play. I think we created some good opportunities to score. And it's just, the margins of taking those opportunities and executing those moments. I think the midfield and the defenders playing through the lines, finding the gaps, combination play to then, be running and taking on the back line. I thought we were great in the first half. Unfortunately, Sumi was feeling a bit ill going into the second half, so we had to make that substitution. And obviously, I had to come out, so it kind of disrupted the momentum that we had in the first half going into the second half. But we have good players who can adapt, and so I thought we still put Louisville under pressure going into the second half, playing through the press. Obviously, after they scored that first goal off the set piece, their engagement line was a little bit lower, but we still had good passages of play, but wasn't meant to be in that final third.
Talked about set pieces a lot over the course of the season. 11 corners in this match. Just how much of an importance do you put on those dead ball movements, and how much importance is needed more to be able to capitalize on those?
Yeah, I mean, we've adapted in the last couple of games, playing a few more short. Louisville are a physical side; they're a tall team as well, and so just to put it into the box would have been, difficult to get on the end of it, especially when they've got someone like Taylor Flint who can head it 20 yards. So we try to create opportunities by pulling them out, playing short corners. Whether it was a shot or a different type of cross. But yeah, again, I think we were close, but not close enough.
We'll go next to Michael Citro.
Seb, thanks for your time. What do you think was the missing ingredient for your team tonight?
I mean, goals change games. I thought, we had a chance just before their set piece where the ball gets to Ali, she takes on Courtney Peterson, puts in a really good cross, and Sumi gets her head on it, but it wasn't on target. And I think if that had gone in, it might have changed the trajectory of the game. You're then asking Louisville to be even more aggressive. There's more space for us to manipulate, but I've always said that goals change games, and referee decisions didn't go our way either. Even towards the end, we've got a player who's out for 4 minutes of injury, but then we only play 4 minutes of added on time. So I'm not sure the referees watch stopped in that moment, but I felt that we should have played longer. There's moments where they talk about rules and they don't stick to the rules. Players are able to get away with it, and there has to be a change in that. It's not acceptable, but what I've said to the players is control the controllables, and we can't, control the referees' decisions. Whether it's biased or not, they make their decisions on the time. at that time, and we have to move on. And yeah, I just think at this moment in time, everyone's kind of adapting to us. We're getting into really good, promising positions, and we just need to execute in that last final part.
Seb, you mentioned the short corners, not just in this game. We've seen them in the last couple of games, but is this something you're looking for specifically, or plays that you've practiced, or is there? Would you like more variety with some into the box and some played short?
I mean, if you look at our average height, it's not the tallest, and I've said this previously in one of the other questions. We try and take away their aerial dominance. Players like Taylor Flynn, who is a dominant player in the air. We wanted to negate those opportunities for her to defensively head it out. So again, I'll repeat myself, trying to draw them out to create clear-cut opportunities. I think there was one moment in the first half we played an in-swing cross and Kylie just missed it. But yeah, we want to be creative in those moments, and we can mix it up. We can deliver balls into the box initially, but it may not be in our advantage in those moments. So trying to be more creative in our attacking corners and set pieces.